You know, I'm going to take this one a bit different. I'm going to do this one a bit different. You know what I mean?
Bro. Take it,
because
take it.
I feel like every time we come on here and we have an episode, it's a gem, it's maybe a life lesson or whatnot. But I feel like this episode would be good to give the community a bit of insight into who we actually are.
Who's Tyy? Who's this guy that's dropping the gems on this podcast? Who's this guy that's always on people's For You page on the TikTok?
I have to be calculated to a certain extent because I can't allow every hour to pass by doing nothing. Do you know what I mean? The devil works wonders with idle hands. So I need to make sure that I'm using my time wisely. Yeah, man. What about you? Who's Tay?
Who is Tay? I'd say number one, certain things I've gone through in my life, it's like, no, this can't be life. I know there's more out there for me. Do you understand what I mean? Tay is destined for greatness.
For me growing up as well, bro, it's always been a thing where I've just felt that like I have a higher calling, do you know what I mean? My purpose is higher, do you know what I'm trying to say? My purpose is higher than my peripheral vision.
It sounds cliche, yeah. But you know, like sometimes you feel like you're the chosen one. Yeah. Like you were put here to do something on this world. Yeah. Do you understand what I mean? And I feel like from a young age, that's what I've been like. I've just always felt like it's me that has to do it. It's me that has to show my family a different way of living. Do you understand what I mean?
Yo, welcome back to another episode of the Energizer Podcast. Energizer Podcast, a podcast that leaves you charged up.
Fully.
Alright, so I'm here with two hosts, as you know, myself, Ty.
And your boy, Tay.
Alright then.
We're back.
And yeah, man, let's just get straight into it. So, as all, you know, I'm going to take this one a bit different. I'm going to do this one a bit different, do you know what I mean?
Bro. Take it,
because I feel like every time we come on here and we have an episode, it's a gem, it's maybe a life lesson or whatnot. But I feel like this episode would be good to give the community a bit of insight into who we actually are. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna run it that way today. Normally we go here, I'm gonna go over Yasser today. You know what I mean? So
I'll take the rope then, my bro, man. Who's Tyy? Who's this guy that's dropping the gems on this podcast? Who's this guy that's always on people's For You page on the TikTok? Do you understand what I mean? Who is this guy?
What, just take it how I want?
Yeah, who's this guy wearing that tracksuit? Because that tracksuit looks hard still.
It's hard still.
Hard tracksuit. I don't know where you got that from.
Yeah, I neither do I, but this brand trendsetter. Yeah, it's hard still. You lot should get that as well, man. Steady still.
100.
But to answer the question, who is Ty? That was a good question. I would say Tyy. Well, there's two different people in it, so we just start there.
Them alter egos.
There's Tyy and then there's Ty. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like Tyy is a high vibrational being. Do you know what I mean? That's what I would say that I am as a whole. Actually, that encapsulate Ty and Tyy. Do you know what I'm trying to say? A high vibrational being first and foremost. You know, a spiritual being. A spiritual soul living in a physical human experience. That's who I would say I am. Do you know what I mean? And I would say that in everything that I like to do, there's intent behind it. Does that make sense? So if I do something, I've done it on purpose. You know what I'm trying to say? If I didn't want to go out or go to a party today, I've done it on purpose, not just because. It's because I'm going to use that time to do A, B, and C. Do you know what I mean? So I would just say that I'm quite calculated, but not in like a Paul Bridges. Have you heard of my man? Yeah, not that kind of Mr. Calculated. Let's hear calculated. Do you know what I mean?
So where did that come from, bro, man? Where did that whole calculated Tay come from? Is that something is that something how you just naturally like that from a young age? Or did you develop that?
And when I say calculated, I don't mean calculated in like what's the word I look for? In a negative way. I mean more calculated in like I like to be very planned, organised, and think things through well in advance. You know what I mean? That's who I am. Do you know what I mean? And I say the reason why I'm like that, or things that have led me to be like that to this day, is just simply because I feel like time is of the essence, bro. Do you know what I mean? And time waits for no man. And I feel like as you guys will all know, yourself included, my bro, I have big aspirations that I'm definitely going to achieve in this life. Do you know what I mean? So with that being said, I have to be calculated to a certain extent because I can't allow every hour to pass by doing nothing. Do you know what I mean? The devil works wonders with idle hands. So I need to make sure that I'm using my time wisely, and that's what I like to do. I see a day like a Jenga block. Do you know what I mean? And each hour is a slot. So what are you doing in that slot? Is it being slotted in or is it being empty? Do you know what I mean?
Strong.
So that's what I would say.
Strong.
That was a good answer, bro.
Very good answer. I'm not gonna lie. Very good answer.
But yeah, man. What about you? Who's Tay? Who is Tay? Tay Chenser. Who is that? Who's that guy?
Who is Tay? I'd say number one, Tay myself. I don't have an alter ego like you. Do you understand what I mean? I feel like there's just one Tay.
Hey, let's just start again, Carl. This whole alter ego thing, niggas be like this fake ass guy. Do you know what I mean?
No, it's not that.
I'm a real one. Do you know what I mean?
100%.
Yeah, but I do think sorry to interrupt you. What I mean by Ty and Tyy is like Tyy is people who don't know me. Do you know what I mean? That's my social handle is Tyy. Same way you're Tay Trendsetter. Ty is for people who actually know me. You guys included because you're watching me now. That's Ty. Do you know what I mean? But go on.
No, strong. it's good that you cleared that up anyway. Now, yeah. But yeah, I'd say Tay, you see me, yeah, bro, from a young age, I've always knew that the way that I've been raised, or the way that I've seen people around me living, is not me. Do you understand what I mean? Like from a young age, I've always seen that higher. Do you get me? There's something higher. There's always that upper echelon. Do you understand what I mean? Like certain things I've gone through in my life, it's like, no, this can't be life. I know there's more out there for me. Do you understand what I mean? And I feel like that's what's triggered my mindset. Do you understand what I mean? Because I know that Tay is destined for greatness. No matter what that is, it could be through the clothing brand, it could be through the podcast, it could be through something completely.
Be through both.
Do you understand what I mean? It is going to be through both.
It will be through both.
Do you understand what I mean? But just from a young age, I've always had that whole like motivational mindset. I want to achieve greatness. Do you understand what I mean? I'd see people like when I'm younger on TV, whether it's a Jay-Z performing in front of thousands of people. I'm not a rapper, do you understand what I mean? But just that life of living, do you understand what I mean? It's like, that's what I've been wanting to chase my whole life. That's where I see myself, if that makes sense. Yeah, no, it definitely makes sense. And yeah, man.
I'd agree as well. Well, for me, obviously, I can't speak for you, but I would say, for me growing up as well, bro, it's always been a thing where I've just felt that like I have a higher calling, do you know what I mean? My purpose is higher, do you know what I'm trying to say? My purpose is higher than my peripheral vision.
It sounds cliche, yeah. But you know, like sometimes you feel like you're the chosen one. Yeah. Like you were put here to do something on this world. Yeah. Do you understand what I mean? And I feel like from a young age, that's what I've been like. I've just always felt like it's me that has to do it. It's me that has to show my family a different way of living. Do you understand what I mean? Which is why I've chosen to start a business at such a young age. I was 15 when I first started my first business, Trendsetter, and it's still running till today. Do you understand what I mean? But it's like, age doesn't mean anything. And the fact that I started from young, it's like, I've got time on people. Do you understand what I mean? I've got time on people my age because I've been doing this for a lot of years now, if that makes sense. Yeah. So yeah, man.
Nah, bro, I hear that. And I respect that as well. And I feel like my end goal for this episode is for you guys to get a deeper understanding into who Tay really is and who Ty really is, do you know what I mean? Because like I said, I feel like on the outside you guys are seeing like, yeah, these guys are clued up, they've got knowledge, whatnot, gems and all that good stuff. Where did it come from though? Literally that, where did it come from, do you know what I mean? So this is where we're going to really dispel them kind of myths maybe, or really just break down what really led, what was the problem that led to us being this solution. Does that make sense?
100. I feel like it's all about life experiences.
Yeah, I would 110% agree.
Like, see me, I've been faced with responsibility from a young age, and you know exactly what I'm talking about. And I've been faced with responsibility from a young age. So it's like, cool, if I lose, it's not only me losing. Do you understand what I mean? Yeah. I've got other people that I need to make sure are good, if that makes sense. Yeah. So it's always been that sense of responsibility. I'm not doing this for myself no more. I feel like whatever you're doing in life has to be greater than you. It has to be bigger than you. Do you understand what I mean? Because there's times where you don't feel like getting up in the morning, or there's times where you feel that you don't feel like pushing that extra mile. But it's like, if I don't, then it's not just me losing now. Do you understand what I mean? So yeah, that's my driving force. I'll be real.
As a man, I really do. I admire that. Do you know what I mean? And I respect that a lot. Do you know what I mean? And even what you said about life experience as well. Yeah, that's definitely me to a T. I'd say that the Ty that you guys are literally watching today, I'm 2 years old, and people can be like, well, what do you mean by that? Do you know what I mean? That's bare weird. But I say, like, I feel like people are born twice. Like, that's what I genuinely believe. Yeah, you're born from your mother's womb once. Do you know what I mean? Everyone comes out the mother's womb once. Yeah, but the day that you stop caring about what other people think, and the day you start to go after what you want, that's the day when you're born again. That's what I personally believe in it. And I feel like my second birth, that birth was in 2020. 2020, I've mentioned this on numerous occasions, dropped hints and whatnot, but that was a real bad year for me, a very difficult and challenging year, mentally, everything. Do you know what I mean? Like, a lot of trials and tribulations happened, a lot of life experiences that I underwent and whatnot. Yeah.
Do you know what though, bro?
What was that, bro?
Sorry to interrupt you, bro, and get involved in what you were saying, yeah. But I disagree with what you said, you know, bro. Do you understand what I mean? Because life evolves. Do you understand what I mean? So yeah, you went through that mad situation in 2020. Yeah. But best believe you're gonna go through another 2020 in your life. Yeah. Do you understand what I mean? So you're not born twice, I don't feel like. You're born many times throughout your life. Do you understand what I mean? It's about reinventing yourself every single time. Do you understand what I mean? So,
you know what, and that's a strong point still. And I do agree when you put it like that. But so far, should I say, I've had two, or one real birth, you know what I mean? But it's because, like, literally, bro, like, people who really know me as well since way back when would know that the Ty they're watching now is not the Ty that's always been there forever. Do you know what I mean? And it's because of certain said life experiences that I've went through that I feel like has forced me to kind of mature at a bit of a faster rate 100%. Compared to other peers in my age group. Does that make 100%.
Sense? And it puts that fire inside of you as well, innit?
Yeah, man.
It puts that fire inside of you. Like, it ignites something inside of you. It's like, nah, this ain't my life. I'm not staying here. Do you understand?
And it's also because I'd say that there's certain life experiences that I've been through that I never ever want to experience again. And I feel like the only way for me to ensure that I never experience those things again is if I commit to my purpose, go after what I want, and make sure that I'm pouring. Like you gave the example of a rag, squeezing that rag as much as possible into the world. You know what I mean? Doing all that I can to be successful, which I will. 100%. You know what I mean?
That's my whole thing, man. Like I mentioned it a few episodes back in season 1.
Yeah,
I'm here to squeeze my rag out. I feel like when you're first born, you've got this rag that's drenched with water, and your job on this earth is to squeeze that rag as much as possible until you pour it all out. Do you get me? So when you go, you know that you left it all on the table.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? My biggest regret is looking back when I'm 70, 80, even 90, God spare life here, and say to myself, I haven't gone as hard as I could have. Do you understand what I mean? I could have went way harder. I could have took way more risks. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
That's one of my biggest fears in life. So I need to make sure that I'm doing it on a daily basis. Do you get me?
Nah, 110% agree with you, man, because I feel like at the end of the day, go after what you want. And I don't even want it to be an episode where we're dropping gems, but that's just who we are, man. Do you know what I mean? And I'm not apologizing for that, but literally I 100% agree with everything that you said. So if I could ask you and whittle it down to like, what question would I have to ask you? Like, when would you say is the pinnacle of change? Would you say that, like, you gave the example of when you was growing up and you was younger, you see your family around you and you just knew that you didn't really want to be the mirror of them. You wanted to reach higher, better heights than them, should I say.
So don't get twisted. Family life good. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah,
but I've always aimed for more, if that makes sense. Do you understand what I mean? But I'd say I've had two main pinnacles in my life that's really changed my mindset. One of them, I don't think I even told you. I don't know if I'm even going to drop it in a pod, but anyway, back in like, I'd say 2016, yeah, my mum got put into hospital out of the blue, randomly. Do you understand what I mean? One time, you know what it's like?
That, bro.
Yeah, love, bro. But it's a thing where, like, I was playing PlayStation one time, yeah, and my mum's, she's very over dramatic. So sometimes when she's ill, it's like she'll do the most. Do you understand what I mean? But this time,
that's all mums.
Yeah, like, do you know what I mean? Like, you have a young headache. Oh, it's the end of the world. Do you get me? So I thought it was one of those things. Do you get it? So then, playing my PlayStation now, weekend, boom, little NBA 2K, 16 at the time or whatever. Mum calls me downstairs. She's saying I've got a headache. I'm saying, all right, cool, but take a tablet. Do you understand what I mean? Paracetamol, ibuprofen.
Drink water now.
Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
So I patted mumsy, got her a tablet, XYZ, boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
Back upstairs, I'm playing my game. Mum calls me again. I'm thinking, bruv, it's a headache. It's a headache. Like, come on, it's not that deep. Do you understand what I mean? But then, got back downstairs now, and it's like, even like the look in her face is different now. Like the look in her face, she looks worried. She looks scared. And I'm thinking to myself, this can't only be a headache now.
Yeah,
do you understand what I mean?
Something deeper.
Do you get me? So I'm sitting there now. She starts hyperventilating. I'm thinking, bruv, what's going on? Bearing in mind, it's me, my mum, and my brother, my little brother in the house. So it's like, I gotta hold it together.
Yeah, you gotta hold it down.
I don't know what my mum's going through right now. Like, she's breathing mad heavy, saying her head's hurting. My little brother's there bawling. What am I gonna do now, innit? My dad's on the other side of the flipping country right now. He's out, he's partying, whatever. I can't remember what he's doing. So it's me, innit? I gotta take the responsibility now. So boom, call the ambulance now. Ambulance came down. Mum's hyperventilating, she's vomiting, she's panicking, boom, boom, boom. My little bro's bawling, I'm thinking, shit, it's tight right now. Like, I don't know what to do in it. So
that's
anyway,
serious still.
Did you get me? So they took my mum, me and my little bro stayed at the house. My dad came down and picked us up. Went to my nan's, bro. After that, my mum was in hospital for like 2-3 months over a headache. Basically what she had like a brain aneurysm. Do you understand what I mean? I can't remember exactly what it was, but she had a brain aneurysm. She went into surgery to go and take the brain aneurysm out. During the surgery, she had a stroke. Do you understand what I mean? Mad thing. So it's like, she's woken up from the surgery, and when you have a stroke, your whole, I think it's your right side of your body shuts down. Went to the hospital now. My mum was borderline paralyzed, bro. I'm walking to the hospital, she's laying there. She can't talk, she can't move. I'm thinking, bro, over a headache, do you understand what I mean?
That's nuts, bro, I can't lie.
Yeah, like, even like, after that whole situation, it took her months to be able to walk again. Up until now, she can't use her right arm, which is why you'll see Trendsetter, all of our logos on the right hand side. Do you understand what I mean? That's where, like, that's what I'm saying, the brand's deeper. Do you get what I mean? Like, if you're wearing a Nike track, so you'll see it's on the left, others on the right, to big up Mumsy. Do you understand what I mean? So
shout out Mumsy, man.
Shout out Mumsy. But after that was one of the
strong black woman.
100. That was one of the main pinnacle points in my life. It's like, nah, I've got to make it. Do you understand what I mean? Because you never know what can happen in life, bro. That situation there was random, out of the blue. No one was expecting it. Do you understand what I mean? So from that point there, it's like, nah, I need to achieve greatness just so if anything like this ever does happen again, I'm able to deal with the situation accordingly.
Yeah.
It's private healthcare, do you get me? It's not NHS, it's private healthcare to make sure that my people are good. So yeah man, that's one of my main pinnacles, and that was at a young age still.
That's mad still, bro. Like I got to touch your fist again, man.
Come on, bro,
that's some real king shit right there, bro. Do you know what I mean? And I feel like these are the sort of things that I want to start talking about more. Not trying to really duck and dive into your past and all the whole nine, but I feel like it's good for the community to actually understand who we are on a deeper level, because people just listening and tapping in with us like, yeah, them man drop gems, yeah, them man are woke, yeah, these man are wise, but you don't understand the reason why. Do you know what I mean? So like little things that I didn't. This is my right hand man right here. Do you know what I mean? I didn't even know that. Do you know what I mean? And now that's helping me put things into context. That's why the trendsetter thing's on the right. That's why he's waking up every day, no days off. You got to go extra hard, because he's probably thinking back to something that happened with Mumsy. So he should that ever happen again, touch wood, it never happens again ever. But if something like that was to happen again, now he's fully prepared and he's in a bit more of a more stable situation where he can actually provide Mumsy the things that she deserves to be provided with. Do you know what I mean?
100.
That's a deeper one, brother. I can't lie. I really do respect that highly, man.
Bro, man. But what about you though, bro, man? Because I'm sure you've gone through a similar trial or tribulation in your life.
Over here. For me, trials and tribulations. Shout out to the IG crew as well, man. Everyone tapping in. Remember, for those of you watching Energizer Pod, tapping with us on Instagram, TikTok with them, and we go live. Literally, these guys are watching the live podcast. So yeah, man, big up all yourself, man. But for me, boy, I'd probably have to bring it back to 2020. You know, 2020 was literally like, I don't even want to be over dramatic, but it was definitely the most challenging year of my entire life. Do you know what I mean? Like, parents obviously would have divorced and that. I would have just turned 18. Like literally, that's when Corona first hit. The pandemic literally hit around my birthday, so end of March, innit? End of March. I remember spending my 18th birthday moving out of my family home into a new house because my parents had literally split up on that day. Like, imagine your 18th birthday, everyone's popping bottles, partying, lockdowns just hit, so you're now going nowhere. Do you know what I mean? You're in your yard, and then you're literally spending your whole birthday literally sanitizing a new house, literally like wiping up and down the stairs, disinfecting the whole thing. That was my 18th birthday. Do you know what I mean? So that's one thing. In that year, my nan also passed away as well. Bro, I'm not trying to reel off the whole nine, but there's a lot of stuff that happened in 2020. Parents divorced, that was the main pinnacle. Couldn't get a job. That's when I was really doubling down on Tyy creates, because I literally had no other income, nothing coming in. Crashed my car that year. It was just bad, innit?
No, that's not easy.
My dad, Pops, was going through a lot mentally as well. So that's that, and that's why I say, like, that's when I was kind of like reborn. And the reason why I say that is because I literally remember, and I'll never forget this night, sitting in my room. I'll be real, man, as a man was crying, innit? Because it's like, bruv, like, why is my life like this? Like, what did I do? You know, the ones day when things are going wrong and you're just internally looking like, what did I do?
Why me?
Why me? Things that are outside of my control. My pops, my parents' relationship. I don't have any type of control or hold over that. But I was here blaming myself for that. Do you know what I mean? And then I literally just felt like the walls was closing in on, man. Obviously, it's not just the things I've mentioned. There's a lot more, but I'm just going to keep it there for now. And it got to a point when I felt like I was at a crossroads in life, and I was like, I can either go down this path, because I was starting to go down the wrong path, let's just say, do the wrong things, chill with the wrong group of people, just not doing anything that serves me as an individual. So I can either carry on going down this path, or I can be like, you know what, enough is enough. I'm gonna use how I feel, use all the anger, upset, frustration, hurt, sadness, all that, the whole nine, and use that energy and repurpose it into actually getting myself somewhere, getting myself out of the situation and working hard so that I'm in control.
I think it's very clear what decision you chose, bro.
Yeah, bro, 100%. It was that day when, like I said, Tyy was really born again. Do you know what I mean? I was like, literally, like, I'm not allowing myself to be, my life to be dictated or controlled by other people anymore. Do you know what I mean? I'm not allowing myself to be sulking about things that I can't change. You know what I mean? I'm gonna focus on what I can change, and that's when I just started to grow in my mind. That's when I decided to start to grow in my mind. That's when I got my head in them books. That's when I stopped chilling with the wrong people and having a circle of influence of the right people. Do you know what I mean? It was a conscious decision that I made. So yeah, man, that was my year.
Bro, big you up, bro, because you didn't even tap into it too much, but just those things that you said there alone, a lot of people couldn't handle that, bro. Do you get me? You're a new driver, crashed your car, mumsy and dad broke up, new house on your 18th birthday, you want to be celebrating, popping bottles. What? 18? That's a big number, that's a milestone number. Do you get me? So bro, big you up, man, and I'm glad that you chose I'm glad that you was at that crossroad and you made the right decision, innit? Because you and I both know it's very easy to go down that route. Do you get me? There's plenty of times in my life, bro, I know people right now that's on that, do you understand what I mean? And I still speak to them every single day, but that's just not where my life was destined to go, innit? Do you get me? So now, big you up, man, for real.
Even shout out to Austin as well. We literally commented 2020 really created great men.
Strong, 100%.
Literally, it's facts, man, for real. It did, man. I feel like 2020 was a make or break year for a lot of people, but yeah, man, I feel like the biggest overview that I learned from 2020 is that my life is just in my hands. Like, things that's not in my control, cool. Well, crashing the car was in my control, do you know what I mean? But other things outside of that, yeah, I'm not allowing other people to dictate my future. That's 100. And that's the Tyy you lot see today. You're listening to me like, yeah, this guy's got gems, this guy's what, but you don't know that I was really, let's just say, very much low vibrational in prior years. You're only seeing me now, do you know what I mean? When I feel like I've been able to align myself with who I am genuinely as an individual, 100. Do you know what I mean?
And it takes a lot for you to dig yourself out of that situation that you're in, you know? Yeah. Like, it takes a lot of self-talk, a lot of constant drilling in your head that I'm built for this, I'm made for this. These trials and tribulations that I'm facing, they're not here to break me, they're here to mold me to the person that I want to become. Do you understand what I mean? That takes a lot out of you. Do you get me? So big respect to you, bro, man. Big respect to anyone that's going through that now. Your 2022 might be Ty's 2020. Do you understand what I mean? But use the same principles that Tyy did to get yourself out of that situation. Do you understand what I mean? Facts.
No, definitely, facts. Man. And even shout out to Lucky Jugo as well. He literally said, in some way now, you have to be most grateful for 2020, even though you went through so much, because pressure makes diamonds.
Big facts.
That's facts. I want to talk on that one as well.
Pressure makes diamonds. Being through the pressure, that's why I stay shining. Do you get me?
Bars.
That bar there, I always hear it in my head. Like, that pressure makes diamonds, and I've been through the pressure. That's why I'm shining now. That's why I'm winning now, because I went through the hard times. Do you understand what I mean?
Facts. 100% still. And you know why that's so important as well, is because Mike Rashid, you know I'm always tapping with Mike Rashid, he literally said that pressure makes diamonds or it can bust pipes. And that's literally facts. Pressure can turn you down left or it can make you go right. Do you know what I mean? Literally, it can either allow you to bust pipes, as in like you're starting to revert and go backwards. You're not really using the pressure that you've been presented with to push yourself forward, or you can use the pressure that's on you to rise from the ashes like a phoenix or some next thing. Do you know what I mean? To really start to be on your shit, become that diamond, become the best version of yourself because of the pressure that was on you. Do you know what I mean?
Do you know, so mad, yeah, something just popped up in my mind. Fam, it's mad. You see, when I was younger, I'm talking about 16, 17, it's like, I was saying to myself, like, you know, like when you go through them times, you're watching enough motivational videos, and I saw like a trait in each video, like every single person went through some type of trial in their life. Do you understand what I mean? And I was sitting there thinking, damn, I ain't gone through no real trials or tribulations, so how am I meant to be successful, yeah? Bro, watch this now, I said that to myself. I said, I ain't gone through no real trials and tribulations, so I can't be successful. I need to go through some trials. Bro, I swear down, literally give it about 3-4 months, I went through the most challenging thing I've ever faced in my life. You know what I'm talking about. Do you understand what I mean?
Fam, brother, you get what you wish for, innit?
Bro, you get what you wish for. And I remember, after I went through, I was thinking, damn, I bought this on myself. Because I said it. Do you understand what I mean? But it's like, now I've gone through this thing now. That's why I know it was sent to me for a reason, because I'm getting to that end line now. Do you understand what I mean? But yeah, it's mad. Be careful what you say, because it will come true, bro. That's exactly what happened there.
Let's even talk on that for a second, like, do you believe that words cast spells? I'm pretty sure we said this before, but we're gonna have to touch back again.
I wouldn't say in a sense of like a magical, mystical, you say this and that's gonna happen. I wouldn't say that. But it's the words that you constantly say that's gonna program your mind, and because your mind's programmed, that's how you're gonna act in the world. You're gonna start attracting those things in your life. Do you understand what I mean?
No, definitely.
So I don't feel like it's like, I'm gonna be rich, or I hate myself and the world's bad, so your world's gonna be bad. But it's like that constant self-talk is what's gonna make your world bad, because you're gonna think like that, and because you think like that, you're gonna act like that. If that makes sense.
I agree. I feel like we both definitely agree, but the method to get there is just a bit different. But I basically essentially agree with everything you said. At the end of the day, words do cast spells, in my opinion, because like you said, the more you say these words is the more that you're casting these spells or these statements. You're literally reprogramming your mind to believe the words that you've just said. So if I say I hate so and so, or I'm worthless, I'm not even saying that again because it's not true. Right now, I've literally just reprogrammed my mind. Not like on my days, recalculate your mind. Now I'm automatically going to be negative, but it's like these words stay in your mind, bro. Do you know what I mean? They stay in with your inner self. Self-talk is real. Do you know what I mean? So 100%. The more you're saying these words, the more that you're going to be a person whose subconscious mind actually believes the words that you're telling it. You know what I mean?
One thing I always go back to is this acronym TFAR. So T is for thoughts,
Secrets of a Millionaire Mind. I've been reading that book now.
You know. It's TFAR, right?
Yeah.
So thoughts lead to feelings, actions, and then results. Yeah. Innit? So it all starts with your thoughts. Yeah. You can let's think on the success side now. Yeah. I already feel like I'm $1 million. I already feel like I'm successful. Do you understand what I mean? That's gonna affect your feelings. And because it affects your feelings, that's gonna affect your actions. Now when I walk into a room, I'm walking in my chest held high. Do you understand what I mean? When I walk into the showroom, I'm walking like I can buy all of these cars in the showroom. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
And then it's gonna lead on to your results. You're gonna see it happen in real life. It's gonna materialize.
Yeah. Let's double down on that. Let's definitely double down on that. Tyy Tay.
Someone said something.
Let's tap in with the IG crew. Facts. Lucky you good at she saying facts, man. 100%, my boy. And love for tapping in as well. But yeah, nah, definitely. Let's even touch on that. TFAR. So thoughts, feelings, actions, result. Just like Tay said, I'll give another example. Yeah, I could have a thought tomorrow morning, and that thought could be raw. Like, I just want to be successful. I don't want the thought I could have in my mind is that I'm thinking of no longer wanting to exchange my time for freedom. So then, because that's a thought that's been planted as a seed in my mind, as a result, I'm going to be feeling quite annoyed or frustrated when I'm actually at work exchanging my time for money, should I say. Do you know what I'm saying? And then the action off the back of that would be cool, because I don't want to be doing that because work makes me feel bad. For example,
Hold on, quickly. Do you see how man just got shook there? How man jumped up like that?
Shook,
some shaky guy. Some shaky guy.
Man's always on point. Man's ready. You know what I mean? 24/7 steady. Anyways, yeah, that can lead to the action, which could be I'm gonna start to work 2, 3, 4 times as hard as my peers because I don't like the current position I'm in right now. So as a result of your hard work, aka the actions, the result might be that you've reached a state of financial abundance. So now you have been able to act on your thoughts initially. 100%. So I hope that gives like a step-by-step breakdown or overview of how that method works. We've both got that from the book Secrets of a Millionaire Mind by Tyy Tay. Make sure you buy the purple book. Buy the book. It's probably like £4 on Amazon. Literally doing free promo for them right now. Literally. And type in with the episode we have with Koza as well, because shout out to Koza himself. He was dropping a lot of gems on that book. He's the one who put us onto the book. He put us both on, man. I haven't finished the book. I say I'm like a quarter of the way in, or a fifth of the way in, but it's definitely got a lot of gems, man.
100%, 100.
So yeah, man. But let's double back as well again about who is Tay. So tell me exactly what your depiction of success looks like. So we've done why you have the mindset today. You know, the situation with Mumsy, other things that you went through, which has led you to be the man you are right now and yield a certain mindset. Will it ever be enough? Because I remember when we were speaking about like, can't remember what episode it was. Maybe it was how to define who you are and what you want. And we was talking about the end goal and stuff like that. And you were saying, and we both said that we're never going to be satisfied. So do you feel like you've went through all the trials and tribulations to be in a constant state of action, or is there ever going to be a point where it's be like, you know what, let me hang up the gloves now? I feel like success is in the progression. Do you understand what I mean? Success is in the progression. It's not the end destination. Like I genuinely do not feel that there's one day I'm going to achieve something and I'm just going to feel successful and that's it. I don't feel like that's going to happen. Do you understand what I mean? Obviously, I feel grateful for the position that I'm in, but I'm always going to know there's more. But I feel like where that whole feeling of success comes from is the chase. Do you understand what I mean? It's the progression to that end goal. Like right now, I'd say I feel successful because I'm doing what I want to do. I'm inspiring people through this podcast. I'm dropping fire clothes. You can see the tracksuits. You understand what I mean? This is what I want to do. So the fact that I'm moving forward in that, I'm successful. Do you understand what I mean? Yeah. Then again, it comes to like looking after your family. I can say once I'm able to look after my whole family properly and show them a different way of living, I'd say, yeah, I'm successful. That's one of the things that I want to tick off on my list. Do you understand what I mean? But the main success comes from the progression, the chase. Do you get it? Yeah. Damn. That's what I would say still. I don't know what my response or answer would be. Then again, though, yeah, I don't know if that's just a bullshit answer. Why? Because, cool, if you earned £10 million today, yeah, and you bought the car that you wanted, and you bought the house that you wanted, and you bought Mumsy a new house, would you say you're successful? Yeah. You would, innit? So it's like, it's weird. Is money tied to your success? Because I know if I earn that 10 million and I'm able to provide for my family and do the things I want to do in my life,
then I'm gonna call myself successful, innit? Do you understand what I mean? So I don't know if what I said previously was like a bullshit answer. That's what I believe now. But if I was hit with that 10 million, would I call myself successful? I don't know.
I probably would, you know. But then I feel like everyone's success is different, because you gotta understand that me and you, because we have high aspirations in life, we attach our success to monetary value. For example, if you was jobless, you wouldn't call yourself successful. But like you said, if you just got dropped with 10 M's right now, you would say I'm pretty successful, because money is a scale. Do you know what I mean? Money is the decider of that. But another person might say that their success is in helping people, which is perfectly fine. So it's not judged by money. It could be that they've impacted 10 million people, but they could still be broke. You know what I mean? But they can say themselves as successful.
We were speaking about just money in general the other day, and how there's a lot of people in this world that have a lot of money. Do you understand what I mean? Once they buy their Lambos, their Ferraris, their Rolls Royce, their big penthouse, it's like, I can buy anything in the world anyway. So the money isn't bringing me no happiness anymore, because there's nothing that I can't buy. So then after that, you need to look for other things that can fulfill you. Do you understand what I mean? Whether that's family, whether that's friends, whether that's inspiring people, like you said. So I take it back. I don't feel like money is the root of success.
You don't?
It's definitely not. It's definitely.
I don't know, man. I feel like I've come to the conclusion everyone's different in it, and I feel like my mindset has kind of evolved since we first started this podcast. Because I remember, like I said in a prior episode, I said that you need money to be successful, but I actually don't. Like, because I was even speaking to my mum about like my sister. Shout out my sister as well. Yeah, she's someone who likes to help people. Do you know what I mean? She's very caring. Even in her 9 to 5, she wants to ensure that she's being able to help people. She will. Yeah, I'm not gonna list off the job title. Cool. But at the end of the day, she's successful right now because she's living in her purpose. Do you know what I mean? But I feel like for me right now, because I as an individual attach money to my success, I am not successful in this current moment, because I'm not where I don't have the monetary value that I deem to have for me to be successful. Does that make sense?
100%. Money plays a big part in it. Yeah. Money rules the world. None of this shit works without money. Yeah. Do you understand what I mean? Money is needed in life. Do you understand what I mean? So money is definitely attached to the success, but there's definitely more out there, because once you've made cool, you can have 10 M's in your bank account right now. Yeah. But if you know that you're unhealthy and the doctors told you that you're gonna die within a year, that money don't mean nothing no more. Do you understand what I mean? That money doesn't mean anything no more. You want to live all these experiences. Do you get what I'm saying? So money plays a part. I'm not gonna sit here and lie and say that money doesn't. It definitely does, but there's more. There's definitely more.
We've got some questions, man. So
chat to me.
Shout out to everyone who's literally tapping in right now. And again, for the people that are watching, Energizer Pod, TikTok and Instagram. Make sure you'll be there. Make sure you're
and
there.
And the website as well. Make sure you tap in.
And energizerpod.com for the website. Shout out to Jay Does It Better. Shout out to Waze. Pressure. Dropping gems. Yeah, she's always supporting us always, man. Lucky Jugo again. What's more important than success or happiness? I'll let you take that one. I put the man on the spot.
What's more important, success or happiness?
Yeah, that is a good question. Yeah, this is why we gotta go on live more. See how you cut the man out?
Yeah, caught me out. Man can't catch me out, innit? Yeah. I'm gonna go with the question. I'm gonna go with the answer that me ruffle some feathers. I feel like success.
Really?
I feel like it's your moral obligation to be successful in this life.
Really?
Do you understand? I feel like it is. Like, nothing moves without success. Do you understand what I mean? Like, if you can be successful and then help your whole family and change your whole family's life, you're gonna find happiness in that. Do you understand what I mean? I feel like, but then again, it's a bit mad because
it's a techie one, it is.
It's techie, but coming from like a selfless perspective, I'd rather be successful because I can make so many other people happy. Do you understand what I mean? And in doing that, I can make myself happy. Do you get what I mean?
True. What's more important, success or happiness? I feel like this is a question that would depend on the individual. And the reason why I say that is because, like I gave the example of my sister who's on her purpose and chases fulfillment and helping people. Right, Tay's like cut the bullshit.
You try to navigate and talk about other people. We're talking about you, fam. So
Tay's like, shut up, bro.
Do you get me? Like,
cool. To me, I probably have to agree still. Just because for me, Tyy speaking as an individual, I align my success with monetary value, so that's worth more to me than being happy. Like right now, most people like us right now would work a job that doesn't really fulfill them or make them happy to give them money to fuel into a side hustle that's going to make them successful. Do you know what I mean? So with that being said, success means more to you. So you know what I mean? Because if you
that's a very strong point. Yeah, very strong point. But then again, that's saying that you'd rather be rich than happy. Because remember, when we're talking success, we're not just talking monetary value, we're talking just being successful in life. but you took it down a monetary route.
Yeah.
So are you talking you'd rather have money than be happy? Because if that's the case, count me out.
If that's the case, you're on your own. Nah, I wouldn't say that, and I wouldn't say that it's just money. But I feel like for me, you ask me, innit?
Yeah.
Ty personally believes that there is no success without financial freedom. That's what I believe. Do you know what I mean? So money's a big part to play within that equation. Do you see where I'm coming from? And the reason why I said that I choose success over happiness, and most people do, is because if your main thing was that you wanted to be happy and you prioritize that over being successful, you wouldn't work a job that doesn't fulfill you. Literally. 100%. But most people our age do. Why? Because they need the money to fuel you need the 9 to 5 to fuel the 5 to 9.
Or maybe just to pay for their living expenses, bro.
Or literally
there's certain people that's working, they're not working to fuel their 5 to 9, they're doing it just to pay for their monthly expenses, their rent, their car. Do you understand what I mean?
Is that real?
But yeah, man.
Interesting. I'm
going down the success route though, to answer your question. See what they're saying, because I'm blind.
Let's see what the people them are saying. It's a moral obligation, facts. So you know when you gave the point about it's your moral obligation to be successful. Let's talk on that for a second actually. Do you think, why is it people's moral obligation? Why?
I don't know about other people, I know it's my obligation though. I told you, I said at the start of this episode, I was not put on this earth to live an average life.
Strong.
Average has nothing to do with me. I don't mix with average. I don't like the word average. That's not me. Do you understand what I mean? So I feel like it's my obligation. Like I lost all rights to be lazy in my situation when I done certain things in my life. Do you understand what I mean?
I agree.
I don't have the right to be lazy. I don't have the right to slack anymore. Do you understand what I mean? So it's my obligation to achieve that success still.
Strong. Another question. Do you believe in manifestation and affirmations, and do you practice it?
I say my affirmations every morning. I say I'm a goddamn goat every morning. You understand what I mean? You have to, because if you're not going to tell yourself that, then no one will.
Strong. I definitely agree. For me to answer that question, I can't lie, I've been slacking, you know. I'm not going to sit here and cap. I have been slacking when it comes to my daily affirmations. I have them, but do I practice and preach them every single day? No. I need to make time and kind of work better with my morning schedule. But I do meditate, do you know what I mean? That plays a big part of my mental health, I can't lie.
See, when it comes to meditating, I've tried it so many times, I can't do it.
Why not?
Because I'll sit there and I'll try and meditate, bro. My mind goes hella different place. What am I eating today?
But that's why
the other day that guy tried to disrespect me. Is he crazy? What? Boom, like, do you get me?
But that's probably why you need to, it's ironic, but that's why you probably need to practice meditation more, because of the fact that you got so much things on your mind. Like, that's the solution. You got so many things on your mind, so go meditate. And it's hard at first, but so is anything at first, you know what I mean? But the more you do it, the more you'll be able to practice clearing your mind, you know what I mean? And giving yourself just an empty space.
So when you do meditate then, what's on your mind? Like, what are you actually thinking about?
Like, what am I thinking about? So when I meditate, it's, rather than me having said thoughts on my mind, thoughts will come into my mind when I meditate. Does that make sense? So I meditate to get rid of what I'm thinking about at the moment, and I've got it's like a blank piece of paper. There's nothing on it. That's what my mind's like.
Swear down. See if I could do that, bro. Can't lie. I don't think that could ever happen to me.
You don't?
Too many thoughts racing in my mind all the time. I couldn't. So when you said that, that's mad. That's like heaven. That's like heaven. Just nothing on your mind.
Literally. That's what happened. But again, I've been meditating for like since 2020. Like 80% of the time has been every day. Obviously I'll fall off for a couple of weeks or get back on, but generally speaking, in this 2-year period, I've just been meditating every morning. So that's how I am. So clear mind, and then thoughts will come into my mind. But because how can I even articulate myself? It's like normally you've got 100 thoughts on your mind, so you've got 100 numbers on a piece of paper. Me is like, when I first meditate, I get rid of all the numbers, so there's not one thing on the paper. And then when one thing does come into my mind or on the paper, I'm able to think of a response to that thing in a lot more of a calmer state. That's clarity. Better for me, more clarity, because I don't have the other 99 things that I'm thinking about at the same time. Does that make sense?
100%.
So that's literally the point of meditation to me.
That's like a superpower, fam.
Literally.
I say to people that if someone asks me what one thing would I wish on my worst enemy, would be an unsettled mind. Because when you have an unsettled mind, you can't even function. Like the smallest things in your life, they feel like a lot. Even like to get up in the morning and spread your bed, that's a lot for you to do. So having an unsettled mind is nuts still. So I guess meditating can help you.
Nah, it's that real. Meditating has helped me a lot, man. And I feel like with me, I feel like these things help my mental health a lot, man. Like working your physical health, like we said last episode, or practicing meditation, it helps me a lot. And I can see the difference when I'm not doing these things. Like in weeks when I wouldn't be meditating, I'm a bit more frustrated, I'm a bit quicker to anger, do you know what I mean? I'm a bit tired or whatnot, do you know what I mean? I can see the effects, do you know what I mean? Like it has.
Do you know what it is though? Like a lot of people feel like meditating is sitting down on grass and it's not. There's loads of different forms of meditation. For me, gym. Do you understand what I mean? For me, it's driving. I say it all the time. Sitting in a car, blasting music at night time, driving on the M-way. That's my form of meditation. That's where my mind is at ease. Do you understand what I mean?
I disagree though, still, can't lie.
Talk to me.
Because I'd say that actual meditation is practicing stillness, like probably by definition, yeah? So for you to be in the car listening to music, you're not within that bracket of practicing stillness. However, I feel like what you meant by meditation is that it gives you peace. So when you're in your car driving, correct me if I'm wrong, it might give you a form of clarity or peace. You're able to think of things when you're in the car just driving on the M-way, do you know what I mean?
It's definitely not the element of stillness, because when you're driving, you're not still, you understand what I mean? But it's like, even if I sit in my car and I listen to an instrumental, like that helps my mind a lot. I listen to an instrumental and I'll talk to myself. I know that's the first sign of madness. Call me mad. I'll talk to myself in my car driving down.
I've been crazy, fam.
Do you understand what I mean? I'm a madman. I'm a madman. I talk to myself all the time. Do you get me?
Yeah.
But yeah, man, that's just my way.
Let's talk on that. Why do you think this is what I'm saying, and this goes back to my point. Remember we had the Kanye episode with Koza, and I was saying about how is he mad or is everyone else mad and he's the only sane person? Why is it that we in society deem people who talk to themselves as crazy? Because I personally think that's just having a good relationship with oneself. How can I formulate a conversation with you when I can't even talk to me?
Very strong point.
It's like
very strong point.
Real,
no, it's that real. I don't disagree, because I've been speaking to myself for years. Like, I remember school days, I'll never forget this. Walking through the playground, you know when it's like lunchtime's over, everyone's going back to their class. I was always late, so I'm walking back by myself. One of my friends recording me walking to my class, talking to myself live. Do you get me? But yeah, man, you gotta talk to yourself sometimes, man.
Nah, I definitely think it's good to talk to yourself, and I feel like all these are all just society terms. You're crazy because you talk to yourself. This is not normal, or like, what is normal? I say this to people every day. What is normal? Someone all now cannot tell me what normal is. Because your perception of normality is different to mine, because you've had different life experiences. So normal is nothing. Do you know what I mean? Perfection ain't nothing. Do you know what I mean? But that's what I would say.
But yeah, gem on the way out though.
Gem on the way out. I would probably say gem on the way out is everybody has a reason why, and I'd say don't judge a book by its cover. And what I mean by that is like the Ty that you see or you're tapping in with, you're like, yeah, he's woke, or you might be like, yeah, fuck this guy. Do you know what I mean? Just bare shit, but you don't understand who the things I've went through in life to become the man I am today. You're only seeing that tip of the iceberg. So that's what I would say, man. Don't judge a book by its cover.
I'd say my gem on the way out, practice patience. Stop looking at other people and where they are at in life. Focus on your lane. Do you understand what I mean? Practice patience and know that Rome wasn't built in a day, so you're not going to build your Rome in a day. You're going to go through your trials and tribulations, but don't let that sway you off path, because oftentimes that comes just to test to see whether or not you're built for this thing that you want. Do you understand what I mean? So yeah, man, that's my gym on the way out, man. Strong, charged up fully.